What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Waiting on you guys to come on in. We're going to make this short and sweet. We're going to make it short and sweet. Come on in. Let me know where you guys are chiming in from. Let me know where you come calling in from or coming in from. Let me know. City and state. What's going on, Mr. Parker? How's it going out there in New Jersey? Same old same. It's still cold up there in New Jersey. Today it was 90 in Georgia. Okay. What kind of contract is that? What kind of contract? What kind of contract was that? You getting them contracts? You racking them contracts up one time a week? Okay. You racking up them contracts, boy. You can be six figures in no time. You're gonna be six figures in no time, Mr. Parker. Definitely gonna be time for you to step away and hire you some help. Okay, 1 hour's worth of work. That's great. That's great, man. What type of business? Office space or medical? Oh, hey, Jan Pro must be looking out though. They must see it in you, man. A car dealership. That's good. At least Jan Pro know who to go to. They know that you're a reliable source, man. That's a good deal. All right, let me know where you're coming in from. What city and state? But shoot, you building up that bag though, Mr. Parker. You building it up. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. You always want to have a little money to the side because those 60 days hurt. Having to put 60 days in the hole before you can get your first check, um, it's tough. So that's why you want to have your little cash flow to the side in order for you to maintain those 60 days because it's going to get tough. And also, when you're getting ready to step and build your business up, it's even going to get even worse when you're trying to build your business up and hiring people and you're having to pay those people every 2 weeks or, bi-monthly. It's gonna be tougher because you're gonna have to have all that cash, all that payroll somewhere stored up because you won't get your money. You get your money back on the back end. So, with that being said, what we try to do is when we got started and we started thinking about scaling our business, we had an account that just covered the payroll, and that account was at least 3 months worth of salary for payroll. So that's what you want to do. You want to be able to stash some money away for at least 90 days, just in case, things doesn't work out, and you have, say for instance, Jam Pro or something short you on some pay. You'll have enough capital stored up to cover your payroll. So that's what we did. We had 90 days worth of working capital stored away. And that's what you want to do, because when you start scaling, you take on a couple of employees, 3, 4 employees, you're going to have some money stored away for it to cover your payroll expenses. But man, congratulations, man. I believe so. Those smaller accounts, I would buy them in full so you can have complete cash flow. I will buy them out. I will buy those in full because they're tiny enough to get them to buy them. What multiplier you at? You had a 3 multiplier, correct? Yeah. So yeah, I would buy them. I would buy them outright because that 440 is what, $1,300, and then that, I think you said 330 was less than $1,000. So I would buy it out, buy it in full. That way all that cash flow goes directly to you minus the 22% franchise fee. So I will buy it out in full. Hey guys, let me know where you coming in from, city and state. City and state. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely can. It definitely can get that way, man. What's going on, Mr. James, out of Atlanta? Mr. Garcia, welcome back out of San Antonio. So briefly, I just want to talk to you a little bit about scaling your business. And once you get ready to scale your business and step away and work on it, the biggest thing about scaling your business is you want to have a system in place in order for you to scale. So once you start hiring, you want to have, hey, what payroll system am I going to use? Am I going to use QuickBooks? Am I going to use ADP? What who am I using to handle payroll? Are you doing the payroll yourself? Those are the things that you want to do. You want to set up, you want, the best way to do it is we set up automatic draft. We set up automatic drafts to where we're paying people directly, deposited into their accounts. We try not to write any checks to anybody. We do have a couple of people that we write checks to, but we try not to. We try to direct deposit everybody's pay. But you definitely want to have that system in place. You want to have you a good bookkeeping system to where you could track your expenses and your payroll. Then you want to have a good plan in order to control and manage these accounts. When are you going to do it? Are you going to do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? Are you going to walk your accounts on Friday? Or are you going to walk your accounts on Monday? Is this set up through your bank? No, we use QuickBooks. So yes, QuickBooks attaches to the business account. So it'll pull directly from your business account and the deposit right into their account. So yeah, we use QuickBooks. QuickBooks is a good way to a good system to use, QuickBooks, and it's fairly simple to get started with QuickBooks. But you definitely want to set something up. Also, you want to set up them days to go out and inspect your accounts. That's going to be the biggest thing, is making sure that you set up a time to go out and visit your accounts. Um, I like to do mine on Friday or the weekend, where I can walk through. Most facilities are closed over the weekend, so I normally just walk through them on the weekend just to make sure that they're good to go for Monday morning. Monday morning is going to be your biggest headache with complaints. So you want to make sure going into Monday morning that those facilities are A1. That was one of the issues I had this past couple of weeks. I wasn't going into this one account, and Monday morning is when they complain. You know, they may not want most of those people that are coming to work don't want to be at work on Monday morning. So if the building is not in order, that's going to be the first thing they complain about. It's the building is not in order. So make sure that you're covering those buildings over the weekend. Now, my plan of action is I popped in there. I popped in there this morning. So, to walk the building to make sure everything was good to go. So you have to make sure that you're walking those accounts, because it can get easy when your business is running smooth and you feel like, hey, I don't have to go check up on these accounts. I'm not getting a lot of complaints. But a lot of accounts will let those complaints pile up until it explodes. So make sure that you're out in your contracts walking, and make sure that those, and you may not want to walk them every 2 weeks, but you may not want to walk them every week, but every 2 weeks is minimum. Go into your accounts every 2 weeks. I suggest once a week. If you're not physically working those accounts, go visit your accounts once a week. That will go a long way. But definitely those two things you want to have in place. You want to have your payroll system in place. You want to have your inspection system in place, and scaling, trying to find people to work. I, what we do was the most effective way. Like I said the other night, the most effective way for us hiring is hiring through the people that we already have. We hire directly through the people that we already have. That's our best retention. We retain most of our employees through other employees that we already have. But we have used Indeed, and Indeed has a great source. We've used Indeed. Um, who else? We've used Craigslist. But going through the people that you already have, you will retain your people longer, and they'll be more loyal to you because they're working with people that they already know. So that's helped us out a lot. Just going, once we hire someone and it's a good fit. Um, we started scaling out of our business after 12 months. So me and my wife worked our business for 12 months. We worked in our business for 12 months, for a whole year, because we wanted to know it inside out, and we didn't want anybody cheating us on the man hour. So can't no one tell us how long it takes to clean an account, because we've been there and we've done it. So we know typically it takes about 2 to 4 man hours a night to clean these accounts. So when we say that it's going to take 4 hours, you best believe it's going to take 4 hours to clean that account. So if you don't work, yes, it was an FP5 plan. So we always strive. We're consistent at telling people the best plan to get in is the entry level plan, because you don't know how this business is going to turn out for you. You don't want to invest a lot of money into a business that you're not sure about. So if you start at the FP5, so look, when you're buying these packages, this just the buy-in. FP5 is gonna buy in, and it's gonna be just like a FP6 or FP30 or whatever. It's gonna be just like that. It's just that you're trying to get all your contracts up front. But if you go in at an FP5 and you do what you need to do, you're gonna accumulate contracts. They're gonna offer you more and more contracts. Long as you do your part and have great customer service skills, they're gonna offer you more contracts. So why spend all that money up front? That money could be stored away as your working capital. So that's why I stress the FP5 plan. Now I can't tell you what to do with your money, but it's like a waste of money to me to buy these larger plans, because JanPro is not going to give you one large contract. They're going to go out and spoon feed you all these tiny contracts. So you're spending all this money, but then they're going to give you these tiny contracts to work up to the amount of money that you invested. So you might as well go on in at the FP5 plan. That way, it's less money out of your pocket, and you perform, and they're going to give you more and more contracts. Is there a rough estimate of how many man hours it takes for 100K worth of contracts? No, it does. It varies. It varies. Each contract is attached to man hours. So it varies, because JanPro is going to give you some contracts that may take you an hour to do. So we have a whole gamut of contracts. We have contracts that take us an hour. We have a contract that take us 2 man hours. We got contracts that take us 4 man hours. And then we got day porter positions that may take us 12 hours a day. So 12 man hours a day. So it just depends. It depends on the contract. So I can't tell you. You should look at it as 100K worth of contracts versus man hours. You got to look at each individual contract and the man hours that's associated to take care of that contract. Because it doesn't work where I'm going to do 100K and then I got 10 man hours to do it. It doesn't work that way. Each contract has man hours associated with it. Each contract has man hours. Also, be selective on individual contracts. That makes sense. Yeah, you definitely want to pick the contract that makes financial sense to you. Don't say yes to everything, because everything is not a good contract. But do your numbers. Starting out, if you're the only one cleaning the facility, then you're the only one you have to pay. So that could afford you to be a little bit more lax on the contracts that you take. Versus if you know that you have 2 employees that's going to do 1 contract, and then you're having to pay yourself too. You want cash flow as well as a business owner. Then you got to be more selective about the contracts that you jump into. So you definitely want to make sure that the numbers work for you. Starting out, the numbers are not going to be like the numbers are going to be when you start taking on employees. So the contracts are going to be a little bit more selective as you grow your business, as you scale your business. No, JanPro they don't care about business plans. Only the business plan is only if you're trying to go to the bank to get some money from them. But JanPro, they don't care. Now what our JanPro master franchise owner wanted was a 5-year plan. You know, what was your goal in 12 months? What's your goal in 24 months? What's your goal in 5 years? So we had to sit down and tell them where we want to be at in 5 years. So your master franchise owner might ask you that too. So it's good to have your goals written out. Where I want to be in 12 months. What type of business? How many contracts do I want to have in 12 months? And where do I want to be monetarily in 12 months? Write that down. people don't understand the power of writing your goals down. Once you write those goals down on paper, 9 times out of 10, they'll come to fruition. So write your goals down. Say where you want to be at in 12 months, and then come back in 12 months, and I guarantee you probably hit that goal. So that's the power of writing things down. So it is best practice to go ahead and outline your business. That way you'll know where you want to be at. See, Mr. Parker, you wrote that 3K down and you've already hit it. How long have you been in the business, Mr. Parker? I don't think Mr. Parker even finished his training class. He's been in 15 days. I don't think he's even finished his training class before they started offering him contracts. He wrote 3K down per month, and now he's right at 3K. So, like I said, the power of writing your goals down. Once you get started, you want to write down where you want to be at, because I guarantee you'll start hitting those marks. $15 days this weekend. Congratulations, Mr. Parker, for hitting your first goal. Now go on to your next goal. Write down where you want to be at in 6 months. Write down where you want to be at in 12 months. I guarantee you're going to hit those goals. Pass your first inspection. That's great. That's great. But definitely have that stuff lined out for you. Um, Man, I'm proud of Mr. Parker because he took massive action. He took massive action. He didn't wait around. He finished. He wasn't even finished with his training class. They offered him a $2,000 contract. What plan you came in? Did you come in at the FP5, Mr. Parker? So that FP5 plan, the $414 worth of business. Now, guess what? He's at 36K already, 950 down. And he's already at 36,000 per year in contracts. Like I said, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money with JanPro. Be smart with your money. Be smart with your money. Mr. Parker, he's working out of, I think you said you're working out of Philly, Mr. Parker, but you live in New Jersey. Yeah, so definitely, man. I mean, this thing can happen for all of us. It definitely can. You just got to be willing to put the work in. Put the work in, and it will turn your life around. You will start making the money that you're making on your job. You're going to be making it part-time with JanPro. Then that money is going to surpass your income on your job, and it'll be time for you to make a decision. Be time for you to make a decision whether you want to stay with your job or where you want to run your business full time. I'm telling you, it happens that fast. But you have to do your due diligence. You have to have that hunger, that drive that's going to get you to the next level with this business. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions about scaling your business? Um, no, we scaled all our business. Well, we do have some accounts that we had when we first got started. A lot of those small accounts we sold off. Um, we sold a couple of our smaller accounts off. So we don't have that very first contract. We didn't. After 12 months, we didn't renew. We didn't renew that contract. And then actually that contract, that business actually got sold and they wasn't using JanPro at all after that, after their business was sold and bought by someone else. But I think out of 5 contracts that we got started with, I think we still have 3 of them. Can you scale your business with only one day per week contracts or bi-weekly contracts? Um, just depends on how many 1 day a week contracts you have. 1 day a week contracts, they're not very big, so I don't know. You could scale it, you could scale like that, but you're gonna have to take on a lot of contracts. You're gonna take on a lot of contracts in order to do that. See, we only have 9 contracts, but we're doing multiple 6 figures with our contracts. You know, you don't want to bog yourself down with all those. Because think about it like this. Think about it like this. If you get those tiny contracts like that, you got to remember you got to walk all those contracts. Are you going to have time to go through 50 contracts a week? Are you going to have time to go and talk to 50 clients a week? Are you going to have time to ask your clients for evaluations, 50 of them per month? So, you don't want a bunch of small contracts. You want to mix it. You want to mix it. You want to have some small, some medium, and some large. The larger ones is going to get you off your job. You know, the medium, what I consider medium, is $1,000 to $2,000. What I consider large is from 2,000 to 5,000. Those are ones that are going to get you off your job. You only need a few of those, and you'll be off your job. You'll be off your job. You had some $2,500 contracts, 3 of those contracts, you'll be off your job. Yes, sir. But definitely we want to mix them up. You don't want a bunch of tiny contracts. They're going to be hard to manage. We had a master franchise owner had 27 contracts, and they just snowballed them because he had to manage them, and he was running like a chicken with his head cut off with all those complaints, having to fill 27 contract customer complaints. Think about this: if 27 people called you on Monday and said that they was dissatisfied with your account, think about how are you going to answer 20, how are you going to go by 27 different locations to fill those questions or to put out 27 fires in one day? That's just the worst case scenario. So you don't want to have a whole lot of contracts. You want to have some meaty contracts. You want to have meaty contracts. Exactly. That'll drive you out of business. Most people go out of business because they're stressed out. They have a lot of small contracts, and the smaller contracts are the ones that have the most complaints. The small ones, they get the most complaints. So think about, if you have a bunch of small contracts, you'll stress yourself out just trying to put out fires. Yes, sir. They do. All these commercial cleaning businesses. They have a lot of contracts, and they don't have enough they don't have enough franchisees to cover the contracts that they have. So you're definitely in a good business to get into. Cleaning's not going nowhere. It's recession proof. But definitely, when you guys analyzing your contracts, take you some small ones out the gate. That's what Jam Pro is going to give you. They're going to give you some small ones. Take those, work them, and then just start mixing in the mediums. You know, $1,200, $1,300 a month, $1,500 a month. Mix those in, and then they're going to go to the next where they're going to give you the 2,000s, your 3,000s, your 4,000s, your 5,000s, and in no time you've been and hit your 10,000 a month, and then you can go ahead and start thinking about scaling, or go ahead and thinking about hiring. You know, once you hit 10K, you want to think about hiring. So definitely, yeah. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys along the way. You know, and if you guys need that, you want to join the VIP Patreon, go to patreon.com/the Dookie Chronicles, and we'll do one-on-one VIP or one-on-one mentoring to help you grow your business. That's what we're here for. Um depends on the city, because I know in some states they have some with the stadiums. So some states have with the stadium. I think Atlanta, they have contracts with the airport. So they just have a variety. They're out there soliciting every business, every type of business. So you'll have, I know for a fact, Janakin, they do a lot with stadiums. So I don't know if JanPro has any stadium venues, but they do have large venues. They have large venues. They have the airport in Atlanta. So you know, they're out there. They have their sales reps out there selling, and they're just going to get everybody. Every facility is going to need somebody to clean it. So they're out there. They're out there selling. They're out there trying to bring in clients. I know in Columbus we do have the airport here in town under Jan Pro, so they definitely have big accounts. I mean, big accounts, really big accounts, like school systems. You know, they may get the whole city, all their high schools. So those are huge accounts. It there's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of money in it. So we try to stay within the area. Now we'll go all the way to Alabama to do some work. We've worked up in Auburn. We've done some work out in Auburn with the dorms and stuff like that. We've done that. We've done that this past, well, last summer. We were in Auburn doing dorms. We try not to go too far out. We stay in the Columbus, Alabama radius. But our master franchise owner, he has a large territory, so he goes from Columbus to Macon, all the way down to Albany, all the way to Opelika and Auburn. So he has all of that territory. He has large territory. Auburn from my area is 30 minutes. Oh, yes, sir. Definitely. We definitely can. Um, so each master franchise owner, they buy territories. That's what they do. They're buying territories. Do you need a foreign LLC to work in another state? It depends on if you're out of country. If you're living in one country and trying to work in another country, you may need to. So that you have to ask your master franchise owner about that. You'll need a LLC in the state that you're working in. Well, no, you won't. You won't need an LLC in the state that you're working in. That's not true. But you just will need a active LLC. Just has to be current. But get with your master franchisee about that as well, because that may be something now I don't know much about. He may be able to guide you better with that. But hey, I just want to see you guys grow your business. I want to be able to bring you guys on live so you can tell me your success stories live. So, Mr. Parker, we need to schedule something. Can you work for any Jam Pro office? No. Each Jam Pro territory is owned by a different individual. So if you're planning on working in a different market, you have to go buy a different franchise in that market. Your franchise does not carry over into someone else's market. Yeah, Jam Pro. Yeah, this is a bunch of Jam Pro franchisees that are scaling. Like I said, the sky's the limit. You have some Jam Pro that have $1 million franchises. The sky's the limit. It's always a great time in the cleaning to start a cleaning business because cleaning is recession proof. It's recession proof. Although the economy, I tell you again, when the pandemic was going on, we were the most busiest people on this planet. We didn't shut down because the country shut down. We were still working. Great. Let's schedule something in a year. To do a live. You don't even have to wait a year to do a live. We can do a live right now and then come back in a year and we can see where you're at. Let's set that up. So if you're looking for contracts in New Jersey, what you want to do, Mr. Parker, now you're in a different situation because you live in New Jersey, but your franchise is bought in Pennsylvania. What you can do, I'm not saying you need to. I'm not saying that you could buy Jam Pro. But what I'm saying to you, you may want to go over there and freelance over in New Jersey and try to get some contracts on your own. Set up your different LLC for New Jersey and get you some contracts on your own, so you run two different entities. Yes, it is. It's definitely affordable. Start very small, Mr. Martinez. Don't invest all that money into a Jan Pro business. Start small. Use that money as working capital and capital to pay your contracts off. They're going to offer you those contracts anyway. Don't use all your money. Use your money to pay those contracts that they offer you off. You could take that 100,000. I would take 30,000 and use it for my Jan Pro, and take the other 70 and buy some real estate. Once my Jan Pro business take off, I take the other money and buy real estate. Yes, you can email. I'm gonna pin my email address in the chat. Give me a call. Give me a text. Send me an email, and we'll set up a good time to give you a call. The email is pinned in the chat. For everybody that want to set up a call or a Zoom call with me, there's my email. Email me a good day and a time that you want to do a Zoom call, and we can do a Zoom. Yes, sir. No problem. Thank you for coming in. But like I said, guys, I think that this is a good time to get started. It's getting hot. Contracts are being turned over. Contracts are being signed. A lot of people are getting into business. So this is a great time to start your business. It's a great time to start your business. But hey, it's about time for me to jump off. I wanted to stop in and talk to you a little bit about scaling your business, what you should be having in place once you start to scale. If you guys have any more questions, my email is pinned in the chat. Please reach out to me. Does 2520 include the cleaning supplies? I'm hearing that the cleaning, the equipment and the supplies are an additional $900. I'm not for sure. You're gonna have to get with your master franchise owner. When I bought in 2016 for 2520, everything was included. That was all the supplies, the backpack vacuum, the trash can, the bottles, everything was included. But that was in 2016. It's 2023. So I don't know what they include in those packages today. But guys, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You have my email address. Reach out to me, and we can help you with any issues that you may have. Well, guys, I thank you for guys hopping on and answer you. Hopefully, I answered all your questions, and we'll talk to you pretty soon. Tomorrow, my son has an AAU basketball game. I may go live at the AAU basketball game just so you can see life outside of the cleaning business. But yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow.